Episode 20, The Rising. 1 year had passed since the uprising. The village of Umadu was no longer a forgotten dot on the map. It had become a symbol, a beacon. What began as the quiet suffering of one poor family had turned into a movement that rippled through the nation. The new Umadu Community Media Center stood where the old regime's compound once crumbled, painted in bright colors. Its open courtyard welcomed voices from every walk of life: farmers, teachers, students, mothers. They came not just to listen, but to speak. Inside, a portrait of Aid Adebayo hung near the entrance. Under it, a plaque read, "Truth is not a luxury of the rich. It is the right of every voice." Saad now anchored the weekly broadcast. Her voice, once hesitant, now carried with quiet authority. She reported on education programs in rural towns, corruption trials, and land disputes. But most importantly, she told the stories of ordinary people. Chuka was no longer just a spirited younger brother. He had become a community organizer, building shelters, running workshops, even launching a cooperative for local farmers. Kofo, healed and resolute, led an investigative team dedicated to uncovering abuse and injustice. Her articles were picked up by national outlets, her name a thorn in the side of the powerful. And Mama Bisi, oh Mama Bisi, she had become a kind of village legend. People came from neighboring towns to hear her speak about strength, about family, about never backing down. She would laugh, wave a hand, and say, "I am just a woman who cooked and prayed. The real fire was in my children." One evening, under the mango tree where the family once shared whispered fears, they gathered again, this time with neighbors, volunteers, and friends. They sat in a circle of light, lanterns swaying above, the air warm with fried plantains and hope. A musician strummed a guitar softly. "We thought poverty made us powerless," Saad said aloud, standing before the crowd. "But our greatest weapon was always the truth. Even when we had nothing, we had each other, and that was enough." Applause rose, gentle but strong. Later, as the stars blinked over Umadu, Chuka whispered, "Do you think Papa sees all this?" Saad nodded, smiling through tears. "I don't just think he sees it. I think he planted it." And in that quiet night, surrounded by a village reborn, beneath the same roof that had once housed fear and hardship, something beautiful endured. Not just survival, not just resistance, but legacy. Theirs was no longer just a poor family's story. It was a country's memory in the making. The end of Beneath the Same Roof. Like and subscribe for next